Seventh Son by Orson Scott Card is the first of the Alvin Maker book series. This is his other sort of series that's not as popular as Ender's Game. Obviously, Ender's Game is like his big money maker. But the most embarrassing thing about this book is that I read the wrong book. A couple years ago, they made a movie called Seventh Son, and it starred Jeff Bridges and Julianne Moore and Ben Barnes and Kit Harington. And I thought the movie was really weird. It was like a really action-packed sort of blustering sort of fantasy story. I didn't pay for it. I worked at a movie theater at the time, so I took a friend because he wanted to watch it, and it was okay. And I honestly thought that movie was the same book as this, and it's not. Apparently, being a seventh son is like a folklore thing, so a lot of different book series use it. So, I thought the movie was called Seventh Son. I thought it was based off of Orson Scott Card's Seventh Son. They're not. The Seventh Son movie, I think from 2014, I believe, was actually based off The Spook's Apprentice, which is like a 8 or 9 book series, multiple trilogies about like monster hunting or something, or about a young boy who can see ghosts and goblins and things like that. It has nothing to do with this book. So I was reading the book and I was so confused because I'm like, where are all the cool monster things? Where's the Jeff Bridges grizzly mentor that teaches the boy to fight? And none of that was in this book. So this book is different. It's about Alvin Miller. He is a man with many children. He's got 13 children. I believe 7 girls, 6 boys. Wife's pregnant with another kid. And while they're crossing a river, she's going to give birth. So she ends up giving birth to a 7th son. And he himself is a 7th son. So a 7th son of a 7th son will be imbued with many powers and abilities. Something really great, like a prophecy, So Alvin Jr. is named after his father, and he is a young boy. They live not everyone lives in the house, though. Some of the kids are older. They're married with their own husbands and families. So they have a really big family. And Alvin finds out that there's some sort of mystical force that's trying to kill him. They don't know why. His family's they keep, saying, oh, he's just a lucky child, and they're trying to make sense of this force that keeps trying to kill the boy, and a series of accidents until they get a person named Tail Swapper. He shows up and he knows a lot about things because he travels around and he trades stories basically for room and board and hard work. This book is really irritating, but I still enjoyed it. The book starts off really slow with this other character, and they go way too much into detail about all this stuff that doesn't matter. Like this other character is dealing with an angry hen. It has nothing to do with the plot. And then later on, it makes more sense, but you have to keep reading. So about the first 50 pages were really hard to get into because they kept jumping back into this other character that didn't interest me. I wanted to know more about the Miller family. And after you get sort of through the prologue, the story sort of takes shape. We get our antagonist, but there isn't a lot of payoff. This book feels like a lot of setup. It's a very short book. It's only 241 pages, and we sort of get, antagonist starts to build up. There's a little bit of world building, a little bit of magic system stuff, and overall, a lot of people thinking, that you'll get like a satisfying payoff. You won't. This book is mostly a setup. It's equivalent of Frodo sitting in the Shire wondering if he should go on an adventure. No, not Frodo. I meant Bilbo. If you watched a 40-minute short film about Bilbo deciding if he's going to leave the Shire or not, it wouldn't be very interesting, would it? So Alvin Jr. never leaves the house or anything. The conflict is small. It's a very more personal sort of battle of wills because one of the big themes about this book is religion and the exploration of it. Basically, there are people who are very religious in this book, very Christian, and they think anyone with powers is a form of witchcraft. So Alvin Miller has some powers. In fact, all of his kids have abilities, but people don't know. They can't tell unless you live there. So Alvin Jr., you know, he's got more power than them all. He can be shaped into something great or something evil. So there are forces at work trying to kill him, other forces trying to bend him to his will, things like that. But there's also a lot of zealous characters in this book who think that anyone who has powers is basically, you know, the spawn of Satan, basically. And that's kind of going to probably be something that's explored later on. This book takes place in a sort of alternate America, pioneer age, you know, founding fathers of America era, but like people with powers though, you know, like people with knacks. That's the ability. So overall, this book is interesting, a little irritating, hard to get through, but it's short. And I bought all of the sequels for like 25 cents each over the years. So I think I'll continue reading this series. I give it only a 3 stars. It's a 3-star read for sure, because it doesn't feel big. You know, it feels like a short prologue to a larger book series. And some people might not be into that. But I do like the whole religion aspect. It's different. And I also liked how, you know, we haven't this is just his childhood, right? So it's like it's more personal, you know, there's no like giant rampaging army of, you know, knights coming down to attack him or something like that, or a dragon comes out of the ground and tries to eat him. We're not doing anything that grandiose yet. We might. There's a really interesting magic system that I've not seen before, and I really like the intimate conflict of the different characters. So overall, it's definitely a 3-star read for me, and that's what I feel about Seventh Son by Orson Scott Card.